Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Christine. I will leave all my socials listed down below in the description box. Now today we will be reviewing and testing out the Made by Mitchell Feet on the Ground palette. So if you want to see how I created this look, what I think of the palette, then keep watching. Okay guys, so we are back with another review. Now, as promised, we will be reviewing this Made by Mitchell Feet on the Ground palette. So this is the pouch that it comes in. I did take the unicorn out from the first review, and if you guys haven't seen the first review on the other palette, I will link that up above there. But this is the Feet on the Ground palette. I did show you guys what it looked like in the other video, but just to give you guys a refresher, this is what the inside of the palette looks like. Now we're gonna try to create something really nice and colorful. What I wanna do is, again, start off with the P. Louise X Mama Mitchell, the Acid Rain. This is in blank canvas. Per usual, I am going to apply it completely over my lid space, as well as right below my brow. For you guys out there that do not know, I do have my eyebrows tattooed. I've always had issues with growing them, so I got them tattooed when I was in high school, so really young, and I just prefer it this way. They did change the shape as I got older. When I was younger, I wanted a more thinner brow, but as I got older, I wanted something thicker. So there's an amazing woman who tattoos eyebrows. She's here in Hawaii, so she did my brows. So now that we have the base completely on, let's dip into some colors. Now I'm really excited about this color selection. So I think I want to start off with Venom, which is this one here. And I want to take a very tapered brush. This is what the kickback looks like. And per usual, I am going above my crease to create the desired eye shape. And I'm using a really tapered brush just because it's easier to cut the crease. This keeps your eyeshadow really tight and exactly where you want it to go. This completely shows me the shape that I want, how I want it, and exactly where I want the color deposited. That's the color we have so far. Next, I want to dip into the shade A Mood, which is this purple here. And with a different brush, I am applying that purple directly on top of Venom. Now you can take your time with this just so it's more precise and it's more clean. So those are the two colors that we have so far. I want to apply this shade Bittersweet, which is this shade here. Now this is those shades that go better with a flat brush because it's so neon. You can see there's a little fallout. Okay, next I want to dip into the shade Arcade, which is this right here. Going back in with that purple and blending in the two shades together. So these are the colors that we have so far. What I want to do is I want to do the same thing on the other side off of camera, as well as cut both of their creases, and then we'll be back to continue the eye look. Okay, so now that we are back and I have both of the eyes halfway done with both of their creases cut, we're gonna continue with this eye. Now, just to inform you guys what I did off of camera, that first lime green shade that I used, that Bittersweet, I combined it with the Chemtrail, which is this. And the reason why I did that, I feel like it wasn't showing as well as I wanted it to on my brow bone. So just to keep that in mind, we're gonna use this shade Tiger Lily, which is this shade here. Now there is a little bit of fallout and I am leaving quite a bit of negative space just to apply some glitter on there, I figured. Before I continue with that lid, what I wanna do is I wanna grab an angled brush, dipping into that shade Venom, which was that first green shade we used here. And I want to create kind of like a liner. And when you have hooded eyelids like I do, you kind of want to tilt your head back just so your eyelids stretch out and you can really get in those crevices. Now you can see there is some fallout, but that is definitely because of what I'm doing here. I'm really just patting and dragging to make sure the color is as pigmented as I want it to be. Then I want to go back in with that purple that's next to the green, which is the shade Mood, and just buff out the edges here where the green meets, just so it's not like a major harsh line. We have so far. Then I'm gonna go back with the orangey color, which is Tiger Lily, and finish my lid space. You wanna be very careful when you're hitting that line, when you're going next to that green line. Of course, people make mistakes. You can go back in with the green and just line it up and fix it up. But I'm trying to be as precise as I can. And of course, you will get fallout like I'm getting, which is fine. And again, you want to tilt your head back so you can get in those crevices if you have hooded eyes. Okay, so this is what we have so far. What I want to do is, of course, apply the other eye off of camera per usual, apply my complexion products, finish the look, so that way we can go ahead with this review and I can give you guys my thoughts. Be right back. Okay guys, so I am back and I completed my look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys know everything I use in terms of the bottom lash line and in terms of any other products, let's say my complexion products and stuff like that. Anything that is not made by Mitchell, I will list it on my Instagram since this is a Made by Mitchell review. Now in the negative space, what I did use is I used a really small detailed brush. I spritzed it with Fix Plus and I used the shade Limeade, which is this shade here. And for my bottom lash line, I used the shade Orchid as well as Tiger Lily, which is that orange, and the purple, which is a Mood. And in the very inner corner, I did use the shade Angelica, which is that pink shimmer up here. So I'm gonna give you guys a close-up so you can see the look. So this is the completed look. I did apply some of the Urban Decay glitter liner in the very beginning of my brow. And I also used the Made by Mitchell. This is the Blursh in Where's the SPF? So it's this color. So what did I think of the products? I love the Blursh in Where's the SPF? I think this one, along with the other one I used in the previous review, they're amazing. They're gonna be my favorite. The Feet on the Ground eyeshadow palette. I used a total of 8 of the shades out of the whole palette. This again is what the palette looks like. I think if you're a person that is obsessed with neutrals but wants to dive into color, this would be the perfect color palette for you. It has amazing bright colors as well as your fave neutrals. Now, in terms of the shades, this shade here, which was Bittersweet, which was this lime green, it wasn't as pigmented as I thought it would be. I'm guessing this shade will work well with spraying some Fix Plus on your brush and using a flat brush. If you use a fluffy brush, I feel like it's gonna just taper the color away. That's just what was happening with me. So I did have to combine it with one of the yellows to make it a little more pigmented. Everything else performed amazingly. This Limeade shade, which I have in my negative spaces of my eye look, I was obsessed with actually. I think it's gorgeous. I did use some Fix Plus on my brush just to keep it from falling out in the colorful areas, but it was super pigmented. All the other colors, I had no issues with blendability. I think out of all the colors, my favorite shades would have to be the Tiger Lily. That's just like a shade that I don't see too often. In an eyeshadow palette, Venom, again, another shade that you don't see too often. And I really love that purple, that Mood shade, which was this one here. It was just like the perfect cool tone purple. And I was obsessed with it. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know it's a little extra, but I'm extra, so I love it. I recommend all you guys to experiment with makeup. Makeup is artistic, makeup is expressional, so just experiment with brand new colors. These palettes are amazing if you want to dive into colors, and if you are a person like me that is obsessed with colorful eyeshadows, then you would love both of them. So I definitely would recommend this palette. If you aren't subscribed, I would love to have you here. Please click that little subscribe icon that you see on the side, on the right side of your screen. Definitely click all notifications so you guys can be notified every single time I post a new video. And while you're here, check out my old videos. I have quite a few videos. I'm sure you guys would enjoy reviews along with some tips and tricks in terms of makeup. So you can check those out. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.